Hey MAGA, he played you for a sucker. He knew you wanted to know the truth about the Epstein list.
We need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
He said it over and over for years.
Can you guarantee that Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security will not be touched?
Yeah, I mean, I have said it so many times, you shouldn't be asking me that question.
Trump thinks you're stupid. He can distract you. Trump's old friend Ghislaine Maxwell got 20 years for child sex trafficking.
I just wish her well, frankly.
Trump just got hit with what might be the most humiliating ad of his political career. Man, it wasn't even about policy. The Lincoln Project slid a perfect psychological banana peel under his feet, targeting his looks, his manhood, and that one word he can't stand: loser. The best part, every time he tries to clap back, he just makes the ad go viral. So why do these jabs hit him harder than a CNN fact check? Let's break down the secret sauce that sends him into a 3 a.m. Truth Social meltdown. Before we move on, I would like you to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Why does calling a grown man orange turd or mocking him as Donnie Diapers send him into a nuclear level meltdown? We're talking about someone who once had the nuclear codes.
It is wrong to cut health care for the working poor.
There's a lot of MAGAs on Medicaid. I'm telling you, if you don't think so, you are dead wrong.
The effect of this bill is to break a promise.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
So you voted for Donald Trump. How's that working out?
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Elon demanded you release the Epstein files.
Medicare, Medicaid, none of that stuff is going to be touched.
Nothing.
We're going to love and cherish Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. We're not going to do anything with that.
His biggest MAGA supporters said no cuts to Medicaid. He thinks you're stupid and he can fool you. He doesn't care about your health insurance. All he wanted was your vote. Donald Trump. It's just not working.
Yet a childish nickname can knock him off balance faster than a surprise poll drop. It's not just that he hates the insult, it's that his entire public persona is wrapped up in being the big, shiny, untouchable winner. For him, looking strong isn't optional, it's the brand. Think about it. Trump's image has always been carefully designed. The long red tie, the spray tan glow, the hair that looks like it was engineered in a secret lab. He's been selling the I'm a winner package for decades, so when the Lincoln Project goes for his appearance, they're not just making fun, they're poking at the core marketing pitch of successful, powerful man. If that cracks, the rest of the act starts to wobble. And here's where they're smart. These aren't random embarrassing photos someone found on Google. Every shot in those ads is picked like a weapon. Double chins under bad lighting, skin shading that makes his orange hue look like a Dorito dust accident, eyes half closed mid-blink, caught in awkward facial contortions. These details matter because they chip away at the polished image he's been feeding the public for years. This isn't petty, it's targeted branding sabotage. It's not even the first time a bad photo shook him. Back in 2016, there was that infamous shot from a rally where his hair blew straight up in the wind, exposing more scalp than he probably planned. The picture went viral, and out came the Twitter tirades. Multiple posts in a row, all defensive, all insisting it wasn't that bad, while everyone kept sharing it. That pattern never went away. Psychologists say that for certain public figures, especially ones who tie their worth to looks, attacks on image can feel like attacks on their identity. To Trump, mocking the way he looks isn't just calling him ugly, it's saying he's weak, small, and beatable. The Lincoln Project understands that connection, which is why they twist the knife with visuals more than words. In one of their latest ads, they didn't just show him sweaty, they lingered on it. Slow motion beads of sweat, awkward hand placement, shaking Putin's hand with that forced smile that looks one handshake away from a panic attack. It's the political attack ad equivalent of nails on a chalkboard to his ego. You can practically hear him yelling at the TV. Now, a lot of people would see mocking someone's looks as childish. Here, it's tactical. These guys know exactly what he'll do when he sees it. He'll post, he'll rant, he'll try to dunk on them, and all of that becomes free advertising for the ad itself. Thousands more clicks, millions more eyeballs, delivered by the very man the ad is mocking. And the thing is, hitting him in the looks category almost always works. His reaction is like clockwork. He might ignore criticism about policy. He might pretend not to read an op-ed about polls. But an unflattering photo, he's already typing. And by the time he's finished, the Lincoln Project doesn't even have to buy more airtime. He's broadcasting it for them. But here's the kicker. Bruising the ego over appearances is just the start. Because if you really want to see him spiral, you aim for something even closer to his chest. His tough guy image image, his masculinity. And that's where things get really raw. What offends Trump more than being called a loser? Probably nothing, unless you tell him straight up that he's not the toughest guy in the room. For a man who's built his whole political image on being the alpha, the dominant figure, the guy who wins every battle, hinting that he's weak might as well be pulling the pin out of a grenade. This is the part of his ego that doesn't just bruise, it explodes. Trump's version of masculinity has always been old school, straight from the 1950s tough guy fantasy. He projects confidence through aggression, talks in absolutes, and keeps his body language big to fill a room. For a TV audience, that persona can look commanding, but the Lincoln Project knows exactly how to drain the intimidation factor out of him. Their ads love a split screen. On one side, Trump fidgeting, slouching, looking rattled. On the other, a stone-faced, composed world leader. It's visual shorthand for this man is not in control. It's like watching a pufferfish puffing up to look scary. Like right before a shark swallows it whole. The more Trump tries to look strong, the more the ads underline the awkwardness of the act. And just like that, what's supposed to be dominance starts to read as insecurity in a suit. Then there's the infamous little hands joke, political mockery that goes back decades. On the surface, it's juvenile, but everyone knows why it gets under his skin. It's not just about fingers, it's an implied attack on his masculinity. He's denied it, he's brought it up unprompted in speeches, he's defended himself in ways that only made more people talk about it, and every time the Lincoln Project slips in a visual that emphasizes those hands, a close-up as he points, a still image of him holding a tiny water bottle, they're pressing an old bruise he never lets heal. Calling him a loser may sting just as much and sometimes more. For Trump, losing isn't just failure, it's humiliation. It's the destruction of the I always win character he's been playing for decades. The Lincoln Project doesn't just say the word, they stamp it on memes, flash it across headlines in bold all caps, and repeat it in voiceovers like it's his middle name. They know repetition makes it stick. The more the audience hears it, the harder it is for him to shake it off. And here's the brilliant part, when Trump fires back, he carries their message further. He's essentially doing PR for his own insult. He'll stand on stage or post in all caps telling everyone he's the opposite of a loser and how he's the toughest man alive. But the moment he has to declare that out loud, he's already lost the frame. People don't remember the denial, they remember him reacting. There are plenty of examples where his fury supercharged the ads against him. A Lincoln Project video mocking his tough guy act aired online in the morning. He raged about it before lunch, and by dinner it had doubled in views, without them spending a cent more. The backlash from him becomes the marketing plan. So when you put together the attacks on his looks with jabs at his masculinity and loser labeling, you're not just hitting weak spots, you're building a reaction machine. Every insult is a button, every button gets pressed, and the man holding the megaphone is too angry to put it down. The Lincoln Project doesn't just expose these insecurities, they've learned how to weaponize them in a cycle that practically runs itself. The real sneaky move here isn't just that the Lincoln Project has mapped out every soft spot in Trump's ego, it's that they've turned him into the loudspeaker for their own insults. Every angry post, every all caps rant, every Truth Social meltdown is basically him reading their script out loud. When your enemy shouts your propaganda for free, you don't need giant ad buys, just the right buttons to press. So next time Grumpy Trumpy starts raging online, watch closely. Odds are you'll see the bait he couldn't refuse and the hook still hanging in his mouth.